All right, guys, so Brett with Driven Arms Co. here. I wanted to run you through this new grip texture that we're bringing out for the SCG, SCG-L, ULCG Gen 2, and the ULCG full size. Just for these 4 models to start, and then we'll see how things go. Might expand out from there. But essentially, this is going to sit at the top of the line in terms of aggressive level. So it's going to be a little bit more like a stippled handgun frame, but I'll get into that in a minute. For those who have seen our current options, we have the Apex and the Atom. So Apex will basically, when you feel it, it feels like hockey tape. It'll feel tactile but smooth. So if you don't want something too aggressive, definitely go for that. If you want something in the middle, it's got some bite, some usable traction, but again, it's not tearing your hands apart, not too aggressive for the average ungloved hand especially, but good for adverse conditions, sweat, humidity, mud, dirt, stuff like that. You want to look at the Atom. And then if you want to take it up to the next level without being, again, shredding your hand to bits, but definitely notably more aggressive, you want to look at the Sawtooth like we have here in front of us. So this is a directional texture. Where if you look at it from the side, kind of like the denticles of a shark, they're smoother going towards the back than they are going towards the front. The same thing going up versus going down. And essentially when you have a rifle in your hand or a grip, and when you're manipulating the weapon system or reloading, generally just navigating with one hand, you'll notice the nose of the gun has a tendency to dip down. So this is designed to counteract that, as the grip wants to naturally rotate in your hand, with the firearm trying to dip its nose. These little points and edges in here dig into your hand more to prevent that over rotation. So that's just a quick note on that. But in terms of aggression level, we had to find a good balance. So this is my EDC right here, and generally this is a good balance for wearing against your body and having a tolerable amount of bite throughout any circumstance, especially with humidity, especially in summer. You're going to have a lot of humidity on your stomach if you're not wearing an undershirt. And we kind of use this as a benchmark to establish this grip texture. One of the limiting factors though, why we can't go necessarily more aggressive than we did here, is with polymer frame handguns, it's a totally different composition of plastic. So when we're working with PA12 nylon, one of the top considerations is longevity and durability. So you can get this to be more bitey and a lot more sharp in the hand. But then if you're going to be throwing it in duffel bags, you're going to be throwing it in the bed of your truck, you're going to be doing hard use activities with this in general, it's going to wear down. And all these points that are awesome and provide you a lot of bite are going to eventually become null and void. So one of the top priorities in testing was establishing a solid baseline for how do we get the most lifespan, the most usability out of this product, and balancing those two effectively throughout the lineup. All right, so in summary, we now have a top of the mountain for the aggressive bite level texture. So going from least to most, we have our 2 current options here, Apex and Atom. So if you're coming from like hockey tape wrap grips or from rubberized grips, and you want something a little bit smooth but still tactile, go for Apex. If you want something that's the next level up, you're going to be running without gloved hands, you're not doing too much crazy stuff, you'll want the Atom. And then if you want the top of the mountain, you'll want the Sawtooth. All right, and to round things out, all 4 of these are going up at the same time here, and you can go check them out at Driven Arms Co. They're going to be available in black, FDE, and ODG, and then as scaling production happens over the next couple of months, also going to be diving into coyote, gray, and any other colors that y'all are interested in. So if you have an idea, drop a comment. The more people I see with the same responses, the more likely I am to make that happen. But love to support you guys and grateful for all your support. So thank you so much.